everybody, this is a video about dumb luck and reluctant guitar sales. Actually, in this video, I'm going to be putting my Chinese-made Wolfgang up against my Mexican-made Wolfgang. As I understand it, whenever EVH started producing the Wolfgang Specials, they were first made in China, then later production was moved to Japan, and Fender eventually moved production for the Wolfgang Specials over to Mexico, where you would find other affordable Fender guitars. When the EVH Wolfgang Specials were first introduced, they featured stainless steel frets, bird's eye maple fretboards, USA pickups, and they also had pearloid tuner buttons. These features aren't typically found on the more modern Wolfgang Specials that are made in Mexico, and you would think that they are just cheaper guitars, when really I think that the original Wolfgang Specials made by Fender were just undervalued. Now, this obviously isn't a one-for-one comparison between the two guitars, because obviously they have two different bridges and one has a carved top. I'm very confident if this was a one-for-one comparison and they had the same bridges and whatnot, the sounds would be a lot more similar despite being made in different countries. In this demo, I'll be playing a few of Eddie's riffs from one of my favorite tracks, and I'm using my Fractal FM3 going directly into Logic. All the guitars have a high-pass filter on them, and on the master bus, I'm using a plugin called Easy Mix with a mastering preset called 60s. I feel like it just makes everything a little bit more present and brings it up in the mix a little bit. But either way, I hope you enjoy it. Here's some quick noodling on both guitars so you can have a better idea of what they sound like with clean and really distorted tones. Alright, I did my best not to play exactly like Eddie Van Halen, simply to avoid a copyright claim, that's all. I was actually in the process of selling my Made in Mexico Wolfgang whenever I had the idea for this video, so I hastily unpacked the guitar and threw a fresh pair of tins on the guitar and created these tracks. In my haste, I forgot to put the low latency mode on in Logic whenever I tracked the Mexican-made guitar. Since I forgot to turn low latency mode on in Logic, the tracks for the black guitar are a little bit looser, despite playing them the exact same way. So, in order to kind of even things out, I tracked only one guitar for the Sunburst or Chinese-made Wolfgang. I had the same feeling when starting to make this video that I did in my last one, comparing the Seymour Duncan Blackouts against the old EMG 81s. I felt like my Chinese-made Wolfgang would just walk all over the black or Mexican-made Wolfgang. But after tracking everything, I feel like the black Wolfgang is a little bit closer to Eddie's actual tone. It's probably because of the Floyd Rose. My Sunburst Wolfgang kind of ruined me on the way I feel like a Wolfgang should sound like, or what I want it to sound like. The black Wolfgang is missing something in the low mids, which the Sunburst guitar has no problem churning out. The black guitar does have something in the highs though. There's some overtones there that I don't hear as much in the Sunburst guitar. For that reason, I do like the black guitar a little bit more for clean passages and lead work. I think the leads kind of cut through the mix a little bit easier. I had to think about selling my black Wolfgang for weeks before I actually put it on the market. I wanted that guitar since I was about 16 years old, and seeing Van Halen's Humans Being video, you probably saw it like I did, and if you're like me, the first time you saw that black Wolfgang, you had to have it. But also like me, you were broke as fuck. I was able to get a hold of a used black Wolfgang guitar and mod it up to my liking and make it look a little bit closer to that Humans Being like black PV Wolfgang guitar. It's cool because I got to enjoy it for a little while, and ultimately I just didn't bond with it. So I passed it on to hopefully someone who will appreciate it a little bit more than I will. I bought the Sunburst Wolfgang probably about 5 years ago. At the time I purchased the guitar, I didn't have a lot of options as far as for what I could get because I had a very limited budget. Ultimately, I bought the Sunburst guitar because I knew Eddie spec'd the guitar out and he has his name on it. I liked the finish, and it was 25.5-inch scale, so I knew I could tune down with it some. Also, I'm a big fan of Nonpoint, and one of the original guitarists of Nonpoint played, I think he played a Wolfgang, a PV Wolfgang. Also at the time, despite this guitar being really low in price, I felt like it was a little bit undervalued. Even though it was a special, which at the time I think was one of the lower models of Wolfgang, it's such a nice top on that thing. Of veneer or not, it's really, really nice. I see PRS SEs with veneers that don't look as good. The quality and the fit and finish of the Sunburst Wolfgang that I have, the made in China, I feel like it's right up there with my PRS CE. And if I was pricing them brand new on the market, I would put it around that same price. I feel like it could easily be in that $1,500 price range. If you don't have a Wolfgang and just want to check out some of these tones, I think a good way in is just to buy these pickups, the USA made Wolfgang pickups. They're a little bit on the pricey side, but they don't sound like any other aftermarket pickups that I've ever used. And I've used a lot of Seymour Duncan and DiMarzio pickups, and those are wonderful. But the USA Wolfgang pickups have a different sound to them. Especially for high gain stuff, I'm blown away. I want to put them in other guitars. If you have a standard or a special, you probably already know that you can't just throw any aftermarket pickup in these guitars. The pickup routes are a little bit too small, so aftermarket pickups just won't fit. I'm not sure about Pariah pickups. Maybe they make them smaller and they might fit in a Wolfgang. I'm not sure. But the previous owner of the black guitar that I had informed me that he had accidentally chipped the pickup cavity whenever he was trying to put in an aftermarket pickup. And I think he covered it with like nail polish or something like that, so I couldn't really tell, so it didn't bother me. But just so you're aware, those pickup routes are really small. I think the pickup routes being pretty small is kind of funny. To me, I can almost see Eddie Van Halen smiling at us, challenging us to explore his tone or find our own tone in a Wolfgang and try different pickups and different configurations. I mean, for fuck's sake, look at his guitar. I mean, the Frankie is Frankenstein. I mean, it is a hot mess, but it is iconic. And people pay a lot of money for guitars that look exactly like it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are into passive pickups with really heavy tones, hard rock stuff, metal, give these USA Wolfgang pickups a shot. If you have a Wolfgang or an HSS Strat, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by these things. They sound incredible. Real quick, I wanted to point out something that I haven't seen pointed out in any other videos or commentary. The visual differences between the import Wolfgang pickup and the USA Wolfgang pickup. You might notice, I'm including these photos, you might notice that the black side of the bobbin for the USA pickup has more of a texture to it, like a woven fiber, like a PCB board. If you look really closely at it, there's more of a texture, whereas the black import Wolfgang pickup is like a shiny plastic. If you notice the cream bobbin on either one, the import or the USA, they both have a shiny plastic look to it, which the import model, the black bobbin, has that shiny plastic look to it also. I left some affiliate links down below, so check those out if you're interested in any of the things that I use in these videos. So that's about all I have for now, and until next time, see ya.